You guys, on today's episode, we're gonna send it super far offshore. We're gonna find some crystal clear water, try to spear some pelagic fish. I'm gonna announce this massive giveaway that's happening. Then at the end of the video, we're gonna do a really sick cook-up. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Let's get out there. Woo! Guys, we've been running and gunning and we haven't found anything, and we just came up on a huge pallet or some kind of wood. It's off in the distance. We didn't want to roll up on it, but we're gonna get in the water. We saw some mahi popping off around it, but we're gonna get suited up. We're gonna get down below and I'm gonna show you what this is all about. All right, you guys, welcome underwater and welcome to the voiceovers. Now, this is something you're gonna really wanna hear. I learned how to spear these mahi the hard way, and that means losing some. They're a real challenge to spear, but they're extremely fun. And I'll explain as we're doing this. So, you see, I didn't really jump in the water, I eased in the water. So when you see them popping off, you see them, you come up on a big piece of structure like we did, you wanna ease into the water and then slowly swim across the surface. And a really good rule of thumb is to have a throw flasher with you. I have the little throw flasher, you see me toss it right there, and I'm not gonna make a duck dive. I'm actually just gonna blow my air out so I just sink. Because when you duck dive, you kind of spook them. See me kind of blow the air out, they kind of hang out. And what I should have done is I should have kept my gun tucked back a little more. And I did this, I think, once or twice and realized that tucking the gun is the way to go. Real quick, this video is sponsored by the huge giveaway that I'm actually going to be doing. I'm doing a GoFundMe because my boat is in the shop in need of repairs, and GoFundMe was the best way where everybody can participate. So not only would you be donating money to help content continue, but you will also be entered into a giveaway. Everybody who enters is going to be entered into a raffle. When I get my boat back, I'm going to draw, and the winner is going to get a local spearfishing trip with me, all expenses paid, and we're going to have a day on the water. And the top 10 donators are going to go into a separate raffle, and the winner of that is going to go on a free Bahamas trip with me when I get the boat back. I'm going to be fired up to get back on the water. So you guys, link is in the description below. Feel free to donate. If you don't want to participate, that's perfectly fine. I love that you're watching the videos. I'm going to continue to bring you guys content. I'm so excited to offer you guys this opportunity. Feel free to donate, and let's get back to the video. Now we're going to play this cat and mouse game where I'm throwing the flasher, making little dives, they're coming in, and I'm being extremely selective. And the best thing about this is they are very curious fish, so they'll always stick around the structure, and unless you give them a reason to leave, you know, they're gonna hang out. So that's exactly what happens here. I'm just tossing, letting them come in. I'm exhaling all my air as they're coming in towards the flasher. I don't really want to charge after them because you see how weary they are, but this is crazy. Look at this one. He is kind of corralling those fish, using his camo to try to corral the fish to make them, and he's trying to eat them. And he was busy doing that, so I decided to take a shot on that one. He looked like a decent sized one. Now, all of these ones are legal, but I was just being extremely selective. I wanted to shoot the big bull that was in the school, but Jake gets on him in just a minute. But Jake also jumps the gun a little bit, so we're gonna switch to his camera after I handle this fish. And you'll see the way I handle it, I'm not horsing it. I have a decent shot, but you want to get a hold of the tail and then get a hold of the head immediately. Huh?
There's another good mahi.
Where'd it go?
There's a whole school, just chill out. They'll show up.
So these fish could go crazy and tear off your spear, but the best thing is to get your hands in the gills so that you have a good grip on them and they're not going to get away, even if they kick around. This guy gives me a little bit of an issue. But I'm to finally subdue him. I just pull him to me, I get my knife out and try to brain him. And these guys are a little tough to brain. The next one I get, I brain a little bit better, but this guy was kind of a pain. And one thing, whenever you are braining these, I have had an issue. If you hold the whole knife like I am, you could stab through the whole fish. It's such a soft fish, you could stab through right into your hand. So I decided to grip up on the knife to where I'm just using the tip of it, and I get a good braining job, and then also bleed the fish, and you'll see why we do this later.
switch over to Jake's GoPro, and this is a prime example. Watch him extend his gun. Watch the waves kick his gun upwards. That's why you don't want to shoot these things from the surface. That's why I always exhale, and you see Jake goes ahead and does a little duck dive, but you saw that duck dive, spooked the fish, it started taking off, and he took a long shot and didn't land it. But he does reload, regroup, and he tries a different method. He makes a drop a little bit deeper, and he's like probably maybe a little past 10 feet, and he's just cruising towards the school of fish. And he's just kind of ascending very slowly. And you'll see them kind of get a little spooked, but not as spooked. And he lands a shot on the biggest bull of the school. So now I decide to chase after him, and Jake isn't too sure on his shot, and neither am I. I saw the shot, and I saw it was a little low, and there is a chance of it ripping out, and he's strung through the fish, so he just gives the fish a ton of slack, and he's swimming with it. We have endless amount of space out here. You're not worried about him getting tangled on anything. So he starts chasing him, gets caught up, and you see me right next to him. Jake hasn't seen me or doesn't even know I'm next to him, but you'll see me hold out the number 2 sign, and that's me asking if he wants a second shot. And you don't want to put a second shot unless you absolutely have to. So we decide, he's like, hey, it's good, it's good. I realized it too. The shot is, you know, good enough to where it's not going to rip out. So he'll ease the fish up, leave the other fish in the water just in case another fish cruises by, and that's exactly what happens. I don't turn my GoPro on, but luckily Jake has third person on me stretching out, landing a nice spine shot on this cow. And this is honestly the big, like, it's bigger than his fish, but not as thick because it is a female. And one thing I love about these fish is that they are a very fast growing fish. They're abundant in the ocean. They're all around the world. And not only that, you see us using no gloves. These fish don't really even have any spines. So it's kind of like a free time to spear. You have crystal clear water. There's no current or reef you have to worry about. It's just an amazing time spearfishing offshore. Everybody asks me my favorite type of spearfishing, and this is it, and that is the reason why. And also, when you're hunting these fish, they're just so beautiful in the water. You see the color changing on them, and the best part is they're absolutely delicious. But when we get these things in our hand, we want to make sure we're braining them, bleeding them, and gutting them. And you'll see whenever I bleed the cow that I shot, when I bleed it, it just dumps out blood. But you see how the nose has like a really flat forehead, and mine kind of rounds? That's how you can tell the difference. His is the bull, and mine is the cow. And you see us just making sure we harvest them properly, and we're gonna brain them, bleed them, and then gut them, so it makes it safe on ice, or it saves us ice, as well as makes it for an easier cleaning job when we get them home. But you'll see me stick the knife in the gills, just kind of little saw back and forth, and just immediately pours out blood, and that's just getting the blood out of the meat to make it more delicious and give you more meat when you're finally eating it.
You guys, that is what we are talking about. Got a good amount of fish. Jake diving in his undies. Yes! But we got into some good fish. 3 mahi, and on that last one, unfortunately I didn't have my GoPro rolling, but Jake got it on cam, which is so sick. Luckily I spined him, he got his in, he got the big bull of the school. There are a ton left, but they're getting a little skittish, so we're probably gonna send it in, but came out here with the boys.
What's up?
Christian and Ben, out on the Kilauea. Is it the Kilauea?
The Kilauea.
Kilauea. Oh, I love that. But yeah, we've been doing some trolling. No luck. Came across this weed line. We were about to call it. Just persistent pays off. So, but yeah, right? So we're gonna get in there. We're gonna fillet these guys up. I'm taking you with me. Let's go. We are on our way back in, and this is a little pro hack. These guys are dropping us off at the beach or at the ramp, and Jake and I have to take our fish. So look at this. This is the Buffalo Gear fish bag. This thing is so sick. See how like tight it holds up? And I'm only gonna go up this amount. It honestly opens up this amount, this much. That thing holds a lot. And it's nice because it has handle here, it has a plug down there. And it's not gonna sit there and hold it like a crazy thick cooler, but it's enough to get it home.
I think so. Plenty enough.
Enough to get it home?
Enough to get it home.
Look at that. Ready to rock and roll. So now whenever I grab it, just lift up like this. I mean, I could have carried it like this, but I like consolidating. But yeah, you can pick one of these things up, and I take it on the jet ski. You can take it. I use it to the Bahamas to kind of move ice around, fish around. Super durable and very affordable. This one bag is like around like $100, $120, and I will leave a link with a discount code down in the description. So go ahead and check it out. Look at that. Whew. All right, you guys, welcome back to my place. And now I'm going to set up a board across here, fillet right on the beautiful pond, give any of the scraps back to the fish. Time to get to slicing and dicing. Now that I'm ready to rock and roll, I have a nice Victorinox knife, and then I got a knife sharpener. Compliments to my buddy John. So we're gonna go ahead and slice and dice this sucker up. Make sure the edge is nice. And then I also have a baggie to keep the fillets in. Time to get this thing. Oh, and check this out. Look what I got for a fillet table. You don't need anything super fancy. You just need something that'll get it done. Like a piece of starboard that I can lay the mahi on, which is gonna be perfect. And perfect length too. Look at that. Excelente. And we have just enough lighting to get this done. So let's get it. Oh, all right. So you're gonna go ahead and I on the last video I did waste a good amount of the head meat, and this is a smaller fish, so I'm gonna really make sure I take my time. The other one I just kind of slipped my mind a little bit, but you can kind of feel where the. Oh wow, it's like, look at this. This is crazy. Look at this. Look at this. So I was just pushing here. Look at it light up. That's not like the lighting either, that's the actual fish. Look at this. See? See it kind of distort color, like right there? That's not the lighting, that's actually the fish changing color. And you can see these things in the surface, like that's how they like hide from predators, is their ability to camouflage. It's absolutely insane. And it's kind of hard to spot them. And then whenever they're really darty, they're really like hard to shoot. All right, but you wanna kind of stick in right there, cut all the way up the head meat. Those big bulls have a lot more head meat than these cows, but this is still a good fish. It's gonna have plenty of meat. And you just cut all the way along top here. And I'm gonna do a little cheat code here. I'm gonna go inside out all the way down. These things are gutted because this is one of the reasons we gut them in the water. You don't have to worry about the gut cavity. And then so once you get it somewhat filleted around all the way inside out like that, I'm going to pull and peel all the skin off. And you can start at the tail, but I like starting at the head. And you just grab the little tag end here, and look, I didn't even cut it. Sometimes you have to cut it to start it, and then you just peel from the inside out. Yeah, got the little spear hole there. Pull, pull, pull. And it has a little bit of a film on it, but the way we're gonna cook this is not. And then you go ahead and cut it, and that's what you're left with. Perfect fillet. I'm gonna leave these for the turtles. Turtles will eat it up. But you're gonna go ahead and just fillet it off the backbone after that. Just let the knife follow it all the way down. You'll hit the spine. Like I said, I'm gonna take my real sweet time because I got blasted in the last video's comments on that yellow jack I was filleting, which I took to heart. Cut it through the pin bones. Then do the same thing. Cut down all along the bottom bones here, all the way out. So you kind of do it reverse. You don't fillet you don't take it off first. You actually peel the skin off. So kind of like fillet, like skin it first, and then you take everything off. And I use mostly I use the tip of the knife to do all this stuff, and then that's what you're left with. Beautiful, beautiful fillets here. And then I can clean this up inside a little bit. There are bones, there are lateral bones along the back here, so I'm gonna just take care of that inside. So this stuff hasn't even touched salt water or touched fresh water, which is what you want. And look at that, perfect, all the way up. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Find where that meat starts, puncture, flip the knife inside out. Oof, almost did it. And then you just, actually, I can probably cut straight down right here, all the way through the head. Then you'll flip the knife and go upwards, inward, inside out, all the way up along the spine. Make sure I don't step off the dock. That would suck. Inside out, all the way, just the tip of the knife, all the way up to the back. All right. Same thing, just grab the little piece, literally just peels off. Then it starts to get a little more difficult as you get to the main meat of the fish. Then you have a spear hole that you purposely speared in the middle of the fillet so you can peel it all the way. Look at that, it literally comes right off. I didn't even need to cut it. Eat up, fish. Oh, they're gonna go crazy. Let me see. No, they're not fired up yet. All right, from here, same thing, just go all the way down the spine. Again, guys, this is my freaking favorite fish. Like, it's one of my favorite fish. It probably is one of my favorite fish to hunt. Cut through those lateral lines. Yeah, the spine has these bones that come off of it. A lot of these pelagic fish, like mackerel and kingfish, they have these bones. Yeah, this is like probably one of my favorite fish to spear just because it tastes incredible. And then on top of that, hunting it is, it's like easy, but like not. You saw how if you try too hard, they end up not like giving you the time of day, which is, it's like kind of sounds like an oxymoron. It's like you want to go with your instincts of going after the fish, but they know they've been hunted, so they know what it's like. Yeah, look at that, beautiful, beautiful fillet. Go ahead, got about almost a gallon's bag worth from that one fillet, or that one fish, but it's gonna be a little less because we're gonna trim out that bloodline. But look at that, nice carcass done. Last time, chuck it in the pond. Swim free, swim free. The turtle's gotta eat. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, get the fillets, bring them inside, and I got something special I'm gonna cook up for you. I haven't really done it, so gotta give it a whirl. I'll see you guys inside. All right, welcome back to the kitchen. I'm gonna cook from scratch, pretty much stuff that I found in my house. And I actually did get 2 ingredients from the store, and they are this, some coconut milk, and then I also got some curry. We're gonna make some coconut curry stew thing. I don't even know what I'm doing with this. Fingers crossed it turns out well, but these are the ingredients. We got some garlic, green onions, and check this out. I chopped off the bottom, and look what I did. I got these little things off Amazon. They're little vials. So I'm gonna go ahead and grow my own green onion, and I love doing that kind of stuff. So I'll keep you posted and let you know how that works out. And then I also have some jalapeno, and the seasonings obviously are gonna be ginger, and I cheated. Realistically, I would like to choose like the actual ginger, but I didn't get any from the store, I forgot. And then but like I said, I have the ginger paste, which I usually use in poke bowls, so I'm just gonna squirt that in there, add some flavor. And then the coconut milk, I got unsweetened. You can probably do sweetened if you're into that sort of thing. And then I have just salt and pepper. So those will be the ingredients. I'm gonna start chopping stuff up, and I'm gonna put a layer of coconut, or actually no, sorry, avocado oil in here. I'm starting to let that, put it on like medium heat, and I'm gonna dice all of these ingredients up, and I'm gonna just kind of saute them in there. So the thing about this is you don't have to chop everything up super fine, because it's gonna saute in there, but it's mostly gonna cook whenever I add the coconut milk. So fingers crossed. And also I need to chop up some fish to go with this. So I'm getting one whole side of this fillet, or like one whole side of the fish. I'm gonna go from the inside out, cut around that bloodline. Somebody knows I'm cutting bloodline over here. That is seriously her favorite thing ever. And then that sinew is kind of hard, so I usually use the tip of the knife to cut all the way through it. That little lining that we ended up peeling off. So yeah, it's like that. We're gonna have a little bit of bloodline in there, but it's not gonna be too bad, because I did bleed the fish. And that's another thing, that reason, look at that, little bloodline. Now I'm just gonna chop these up. Here, take some more. All right, I'm gonna chop these up into like little bite-sized nuggets. And really, whenever we do most of the cooking, it's going to be the coconut sauce is in there. Everything's in there. Sizzling. We'll grab some cumin. Oh, sorry, curry. This is the curry sauce. So the reason I'm putting all this in the pan ahead of time is I'm kind of letting the edges kind of sear, get a little bit of flavor, and everything kind of cook together. I just added a little bit of salt and pepper. Now the coconut milk is going in. And that's just gonna let this stuff cook in it. I'm gonna let it just sit there and bubble up. And honestly, the fish was probably about halfway cooked, but it's gonna cook the rest in this coconut milk. Save it and forget it. And the best part is you're not gonna like overcook it, because it's just gonna like boil in the juice. So maybe like 10-15 minutes, I'll let it go. And fingers crossed it's done, and slowly cooks through the fish and see what happens. I've never done this before, so we'll see if it works. Okay, this stuff is definitely cooked through, but it is freaking hot. I'm gonna get a big scoop. And then bowl it up. It smells very good, but we'll see how it tastes. All right, here goes nothing. It's missing a little something. Either needs more curry or more salt and pepper, maybe. I think it just needs a little bit of salt, but the flavor is really good. It could use a little, maybe I should have dumped more curry in it. It's delicious. Let me get a bit of, this looks like more of a healthier bite. Gosh, it is so hot. Oh, hot. That was a little bit better. Could use a little more salt, but that is incredible. I barely put any salt in there because I thought the curry was gonna overtake it, but that is freaking phenomenal. Super easy to make either also, and you can add stuff that you like, carrots, potatoes, zucchini, squash, whatever you feel like it. But that is unbelievable. You taste a hint of coconut, but it's not too overpowering. But this is definitely a meal that you want to try at home. You guys, I was so stoked I was able to bring you on this adventure. I love diving offshore like that, and I was so happy I was able to take you with me. I hope you learned some tips and tricks. It is a different type of diving. It is really good to know the couple of extra things that I was pointing out in the video. But you guys, don't forget to check out that link in the giveaway. I appreciate you for tuning in, and like always, give this video a thumbs up. If you're new, consider subscribing, and I will see you all next week for another adventure. Later.